Hello, this is Sandy from Doux Designs. How is everyone tonight? Hello, Ellen. Hello. So glad to see you here. Tonight, I've decided that I'm going to use this. I've already cut it out. I'm going to use this girl and I'm going to color her, and then I'm going to use some of the backgrounds we made on Tuesday. Hi Patty. I used the backgrounds that we made on Tuesday to make tonight. So hi Janine. So yeah, I'm really excited about coloring this up tonight. It's the first time that we've colored this one, and I'm sorry, I'm in transit, so this is the best I can do for as close as I can get for tonight. So I'm just gonna hang with that, do the best I can. I am currently pulling some color combinations, ready to be grooving with the coloring. Yes, me too. So our background that we made last week was this one. So I'm going to stick with these types of colors for her clothes and such so that it all kind of goes together nicely. Hey, Tammy. I'm also going to do my absolute favorite color combination for dark skin tonight. I don't usually teach this to everyone because it's a little bit more advanced. It's easier to do on small images, but for big images, it's going to be, it's more challenging. So, but I am going to use that tonight because I love this image. It's special to me, so I am going to use my favorite color combination. Hey Drea, how are you? So tonight we're going to use E77, 74, 71, E23, and E00. So I know that sounds a little bit on the crazy side, but I'll explain as I go why I chose the colors I chose. But we're going to start with putting the foundation of E00. Hey Tammy. So I'm going to start, hopefully you guys can see me. Again, I'm in a hotel room, so this is a little bit challenging for me. I have never gone live from a hotel room. So yeah, it's a little bit challenging. So hopefully everything will go well and it will all turn out nicely. We'll just play it as we go, but at least I'm live. That is the positive part. So I'm doing just this base coat on all the skin tone. This base coat, basically very flesh tone color on the underneath. It will help enhance the brown colors that we have, because the browns are not quite the right shades of brown. So we need this pink undertone, and we're going to need the E23 to offset it as well, because when I start and color this, you're going to see it doesn't look like skin at all. So, but you'll see, live at a hotel is fun and challenging, definitely challenging. So E77 is what we're going to start with. So this is going to be the color that I do the shadow area. So I'm going to go around her face, and it's going to be really dark, but in the end it won't be really dark. It'll be okay, I promise. Just bear with me. So I'm going to try to keep my hands out of the way, especially since we have, we can't zoom in the camera, so we had to prop it up on something, which is a bit challenging. So it's as close as I can get it for tonight, but you will always be able to watch the replay on YouTube, so I can upload that after the live, and you can rewatch it where you can watch it on your TV and see it up close. So that'll help you out just a little bit. Oh, you're welcome, Patty. I don't mind. I really like going live with you guys and chatting and hanging out. It makes me happy, which is why we're doing the happy girl tonight. So now with the E74, I'm going to start extending from where I put the original color. I meant to bring my sticky mat to hold her down while I was coloring her, but it didn't quite work out. I forgot it, so, you know, that's what happens when it's the first time that you do a live from a hotel. You know, you don't know what you're going to need until you need it. She looks like she has a beard, but it won't look like that when I'm done, I promise. So it feels a little strange when you first use this color, but it, like I said, it is my favorite skin tone for dark skin. So bear with me. There's a reason why I love it, because in the end, it's super pretty. But in the process, it looks like not so great. So that's my E74. And now I'm going to go to E71. And before I do E71, I'm going to grab R12 so I can give her some color on her cheeks, because we all like to have a little bit of rosy cheeks going on. So there we go. All right, so now I'm going to fill in everything that's left with this last color, this last E70 color. So I'm going to just fill all the rest of that in with the E70. I'm going to work any lines that that don't blend really smoothly. I'm going to work with them with this color and the next color. So I'm going to just keep going. I like the eyebrows, where your eyeshadow would be. I like that to be a little bit lighter so I don't go as heavy with my hand on that area. In case I want to put some eyeshadow on there, which I may do tonight, depending on how dark the skin tone turns out. So I'm going to do one more coat over top of this to kind of smooth out that line that's up there, and maybe a little bit on this side. This is a little bit lighter than I wanted it to be, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of this. Hi, Susie. Okay, the rest. So you guys know that usually after I do this live, I then go and visit Crafty Ho-Ho's channel. And I am going to probably do that tonight and hang out with them. So I did bring some crafty supplies, but I'm pretty sure I probably won't have enough. So, but we'll make do the best we can. So this is E23, and I'm going to go over all of the skin, every bit of the skin with this E23, and you're going to see it come to life. It adds in that flesh feel to the color, and that's why I love this. It's the best, it's my favorite skin tone color for dark skin. It's my favorite. But when you do this, the only problem is that when you're, each time you put a second layer of this E23, it gets darker and darker. So you have to go rather quickly, and you have to be careful not to let it dry in between coloring so that you don't get different shades on the skin, which is why I said it's a little bit more of an advanced color, but it is my favorite. And I feel like it takes just a little bit to get used to it. I use it all the time, so it's typical for me. But there you go. It's like so beautiful. It's just my favorite. So I love the way it's like a golden skin tone. I just love it. So that is the combination that I use the most. Now, Thank you, Susie. I like how it looks too. Really is my favorite. So we're going to do the hair next. And this hair, because it's very close to the head right here and then very tall up here, we're going to put some light colors in there. And I usually do like a light brown in with the warm gray. I've got good lighting too. Oh, thank you. I have two LED lights around me to try to get the lighting. Luckily, there was one in the hotel room because we only brought one. But tonight, I think I want her hair to have a little bit of a color in it. So I'm going to try something I haven't done before. I'm going to try and add in like a salmon pink color with a warm gray. And if that isn't panning it out the way that I want, then I'll probably switch to adding a little bit of brown. But for now, I'm going to start out with using RV42. And then I'm going to use W8, W6, and W5. But if it isn't going the way that I want, then I'm going to switch it up. So be ready for a switch mid-gear. So this is the pink. I'm going to start with the pink, and what I want to do is just get some pink in here, and I'm just going to put it kind of randomly around. It's not going to show as a really bright pink, but it's going to be subtle enough. I'm going to do a second coat at the bottom of the pink just to have a two-tone of pink in there. And I just kind of randomly put it around there. Since this is close to the skin, I'm going to put just a little bit over there as well. And that's how we're going to start. Then we're going to come in with our W8. We're going to do the shadow color. So I'm going to put where the darkest part would be, and then I'm going to stipple the hair in there. So I'm going to put a little bit right there where the thicker hair separates from the thin hair on the side of the head. And then over here, there's a little bit of an area right there, separation as well. And then I'm going to go along her forehead just to have that shadow area there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this stippling in there, and I want it to be in between wherever I put that light pink, because we will worry about covering the light pink with a lighter color. So we still want to see some of that pink because it'll be pretty that way. So that's my plan. And this is a little bit of experiment. So bear with me. But I'm also going to hold my marker upright and do a little bit of stippling on the side of her head over here, because I want this to look like it's really close to, like, really, really short over there on the side. So that is my plan so far. She's looking crazy. Crazy fun. Crazy fun. W6 is next. I think these are going to be dark enough. If not, we'll darken them up. But with this one, I'm going to extend out, still stippling, but I'm going to extend out from where I put that last color. And I'm going to start filling in most of the white and a little bit over the pink. Not a whole lot. I'm still going to leave some of that pink. I want that pink to kind of show through. Because why not give her some pink hair? How fun is that? I mean, after all, the lava lamps have some pink in them, so, you know. Hey, Evelyn. Welcome, welcome. So we're just filling in some all around here, filling in that white, since I didn't pick too many colors here. And then I'm going to do around the outside with this one. Both sides, extend just a tad bit from where I put the dark shadow color, and then I'm going to stipple in there as well. just all over. There we go. I think this is going to work. I love it when it works out. Okay, now we're going to move to W5, and I'm going to continue stippling, and I'm just going to do it right over top of the pink. So now it doesn't look real pink, but there's a little bit of a pink shadow in there. And I really like that. I like that pink shadow in there. I did it with like a brown color on the packaging, but I like it with the pink. It's really pretty. And so it just kind of makes that hair look very, very elegant and beautiful. Makes me think of someone I know. Elegant and beautiful. Now I would like to have some of the shadow look.
I thought you were talking about me.
Oh no, I was not talking about you, but thank you for chiming in. I am going to go back in because I want to deepen up a little bit of the shadow area, but I'm going to go in with the second color because I don't want to go real dark, but I do want to put a second coat over there just to deepen up some of this W colors. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to add a second coat. So whenever you let something dry and you add a second coat, it deepens the color one shade darker. So you can always use that as your advantage. There we go. See, so much better. I'm not going to do it over here because I want to keep that the way it is. You'd love to see Dale with that hair. Okay, now I'm going to go with the last color that we went over, the pink, and we're going to go over it one more time. And I'm just going to go over all the bottom part. I'm going to leave the top parts of the pink kind of showing through so I don't cover up all of the pink. That just gives us a little bit of style and spunk to this girl. So I love it. I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm not going to do any more. You like it? Yay! Or you want to see Dale with that hair too. Okay, so for the lips, I chose a different color than I have before. I'm trying to give you guys some different colors to play around with. I'm going to pull out the RV99 because there's a little bit of a purpley pink color to it. And so RV99 I'm going to use for the darkest color, like around the edge of her mouth and then like right where her lips meet. And then I'm going to come in with the RV95 and I'm going to color in the rest of it. Now the colors are different enough, light and dark enough, that they're going to give me that highlight color that I really like to have on the lips. So it's going to kind of make that sort of perfect. Hopefully you can see that from your angle. I really like it, so I'm going to leave it just like that. And now she has gorgeous skin tone. She has beautiful hair. So we're doing good. Now we have to decide, since this is our color, we have a little bit of pink in her hair, so she's going to match beautifully with that pink. But since we have lime green and purple, I think that's what we're going to do her outfit in. And I think the more of the outfit we'll do in lime green, just because it's fun. And then after we do that, we may fancy up her outfit with the white gel pen. Like Susie showed us in a tutorial that she showed. I didn't read the tutorial in full, but I did look at all the pictures, and I hope I can kind of repeat it. So we'll see. So thanks for the idea, Susie. You think Happie Jam is one of your all-time favorite stamp sets? Yay! I love to hear that. So whenever I'm doing like a lime green, I like to use the YGs. So I'm going to start off with YG17. That's a bit darker than I really want, but I feel like I kind of need that dark shadow color. And then I'm going to move to YG03, then YG01, then YG21. So we're going to use 4 colors, and we're going to do her whole outfit in that. And then we'll do her belt and maybe her shoes in purple. And like her record. Okay, so YG17. Susie is a genius. Yes, she is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my shadow areas on her shoulders, because that's where her head would be covering her shoulders. Right around this side of her body and under her arm. Definitely in the sleeves, if the whole outfit is lime green, then in the sleeves would be a darker lime green, because her hand is covering that. So we're just going to put that in there. Her arm is folded here, and there's a little bit of coverage here due to the record. And then I'm going to come down the inside of her arm over here, and then all the way down to around this area right here. Just like that. I don't think so, Susie. Okay, so just around her waistband. And then I'm going to go under the waistband and kind of come out from her waist here. I'm not going to put any other lines on there for now. We may do a little more with the next color, but for now we're going to do that. And then this area right here, just showing that her pants are folded just a little right there. Then we're going to come down the inside seam here. And then on this side, because I'm kind of working with the light coming this way, I'm going to do the same side of her pants over here. And I'm not going to do the inside of that one yet. I will do that with the next color. So that's where we have that for so far. You are what you are. We will just be the ones to tell you. That is correct. Thank you for saying that. YG03 is next. This one's going to brighten it up a bit. YG01 and YG21 are really, really light, so I'm going to use a little bit more of this YG03. I want it to be more like the true color of the outfit, so we'll use a bit more of this color. And then we'll finish the underside there. And since I want this to be more of the true color, I want to have a lot of this lime green in there. I'm going to do around the outside as well. And so far so good. I really like it. Alright, so coming down from the waist, I don't want to show any like wrinkles down the front because she has like a flat tummy and she looks really, really dashing. But I am going to come out from the side of her pants where the shadow is with this color. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just bringing that together there. We'll color a little bit here. And then I'm going to come down the inseam part of this one, just as around the outside, and then right along the front of this one, just like that. So that kind of helps. I'm also going to put just a little bit here because that was looking way too white right there. Okay, so next we're going to use YG01, which tends to be, I did bring some scratch paper for showing how we swatch, and if you look at YG01, it's more green than YG21. 21 has more yellow than green, so that's why I chose to use the green before the yellow. I want the yellow to just be kind of the highlight, and I want the outfit to stay more green. So that's why we're using YG01 first. Now we're going to do most of her outfit with most of the white that's left over with this marker, but we're going to leave just a little bit of highlight for the last color. So just a small areas of white left for the last color. And the good thing is, because it's so it's such a light color, we can just do it over top and it'll just change that shade a little bit. So I'm just going to go down. This will also smooth the edges a little bit from the last color. Down here, kind of up a little bit, and then along here, leaving just like a white line for now until we use the next color. And that kind of starts to blend that outfit together. You're loving the lime green at the moment? I like it, the lime green too. I think it's going to be great with that background. I thought it was easiest to bring that background since I really wanted to use it. We made those lava lamps on Tuesday and they were so pretty I didn't want to go without using them. So this is YG21 and I'm just going to blend those colors together. So I'm kind of going over the whole thing one time. Since this is more of a yellow color, I want to go over all of it. But I'm only going over it one time. I don't want to lighten up any of the other colors. I want to keep those the way that they are. And I don't want to draw your eye to anywhere around here where I'm coloring, so I'm not going to lighten any of that. Then I'm going to turn her a little bit, and I'm going to do back and forth all the way up her leg. And we're going to do it on the other side too. And we'll do it on this side, back and forth. This is a very pastel-ish color, which is not normally like me, but I like it. I think it's good. You had to use the lava lamp background. It's so pretty. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Reagan. Hello, hello. Okay. I think we need her earrings to be the lime green as well. I just really feel that. So we are going to do that. YG17, we're just going to put a little bit right up close to her face. Is going to have the darkest color. And then going to use YG03, and I'm going to leave a little bit open in white, and we'll come in with the YG21 because it's not big enough to need 4 colors. So we're going to skip the YG01 because we don't really need it. And then here's YG21. So we're just going to blend that right here. And then her earrings are perfect for her outfit. I just didn't want to make them purple. For some reason, I felt like purple was just not going to be the right path for that one. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome, welcome. And the purples, I'm going to go a little bit lighter than I usually go. Like, I'm not going to use the V09 like I usually do. I'm just going to use V17, 15, and 12. And I'm also going to do this flower, the outside in purple. So I'm going to go ahead and color that at the same time. So I want to do the record label in this purple color. So I'm just going to go around here and a little bit around the center. And then I'm going to do right here on her waist. And then I'm going to do her shoes because I really want her shoes to be purple. I mean, because, you know, how fun is that? Purple shoes. You know, I did pink boots the other day, so I have to do purple. And this could potentially be a boot as well. You can't see it because it's up underneath the outfit, but it's there. So when I do this flower, in order to give it a little bit of dimension, I'm going to do these little flicks, but as you notice, the flicks get bigger as I go in towards the center of those petals. And I'm going to do that with each one. If you don't want to color the flower, remember I gave you the solid stamp as well, so you can just use your ink pads. I couldn't bring all of those with me, so we're just coloring the flower. I mean, I didn't figure it would take us too long to color this sweet little flower. I like it though. It's so cute. I've had a very, very busy afternoon. Cut a bunch of different papers, smashed a 6x6 paper pad, filmed a video right after I logged out of work and edited that, and then made chocolate chip cookies. Oh, cat chores complete. And I had a shower, and now I'm sitting on the couch, and the cat jumped on me, and I think he's holding me down. So no work for you tonight, Reagan. Here is V15. And I'm going to do complete the circle here, and then I'm going to expand from where I put that original purple color so that I can start getting that purple in there. Patty's back with dinner. That sounds great. So going down here, extending a little, I'm doing the top and the bottom, leaving a teeny spot for the last color. The same thing's going to happen with the shoes. There's just going to be a very small area left that won't have the color in it right now. So there we go. And then with these petals, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to extend out a little bit further until I get really close to the edge. It's kind of blending those two colors together. They do blend very nicely. You got ribs, Patty? Oh my goodness. Dale was just talking about ribs. He said they have a rib special at the restaurant downstairs, and he was like, we should have ribs while we're here. Baby back ribs. So we might end up having ribs too, but probably not tonight. Probably tomorrow. So there we go. Alright, so now we have that purple in there. And then we're going to use V12 to finish off the purple part. I'm glad you're coloring the record. It's all I have left. Yep, I am. I think we still have to color the boy with the jukebox, with the boombox. I think we haven't colored him yet. So we'll still have to color him at some point, but back and forth on the waistband, back and forth on the shoes. And then the flower we're going to do just a little bit different. We're going to go from the edge into this because I don't want to drag any of that dark color onto the edge of my little flower. I really like coloring flowers. I don't know why I don't have more flower stamps. I should have a ton of them as much as I like to color flowers, but I really don't have very many. Maybe I should start drawing some flowers. What do you think? Should I do a flower? Some kind of flower release? Wouldn't that be fun? Hi, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Dale's being mighty quiet, you guys, in the background. But he's here with me. He hasn't left my side. Okay, so for the record, I would normally try to use the same grays, but I don't want the record, being that it's right by her hair, being the same tone of gray. So I'm going to switch and do the record with the cool grays. So I think I'm going to do 9, 7, and 5. C, 9, 7, and 5. Dre would be so happy about flowers, and Evelyn says yes. Okay. I'm going to look into doing some flowers soon. Probably not the next release because it's already in progress. I mean, it's already being printed. But maybe the one after that. I'll talk to Dale. We'll see. But I would love to do some flowers. I need some flowers. I need some flowers in my life. So I'm doing the bottoms of her shoes. Sunflowers along a fence would be awesome. Oh, that's a great suggestion. Did you hear that, honey? This part right here, this trim, I want this whole trim to be this darkest color. So I'm just going to color that in, and I'm going to do it very carefully so that I don't mess it up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, and every other one of these records, and I'm going to alternate them, every one of these, every other one of these little marks, I want them to stand out a little bit more. So every other one of them, I'm going to add some color to them. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to get a little bit of that dark color in there. And then what's alongside here and under her thumb, I want to add some shadow. And then just right to about there. Maybe up just a little bit further. And that's all I'm going to do with the C9. Flowers sound nice. Would be awesome with a pretty girl too. Yes. The C7 is next. And I'm going to finish the shoes with C7 because I want them to stay dark. It is the soles of the shoes. And then I'm going to finish going around the outside of the record with this color. And then I'm going to go in these areas right here. So I'm going to do that on all of them. All of them, all of them. This will help keep these certain sections darker. I am going to do a couple of flicks coming together so it kind of meshes well. And then we'll do the last one, the last color on the rest. But while I was doing that, I did forget, oh, your internet is buffering. Oh, frustrating. I do want to do the eyes over here, and I want to make the eyes and the mouth black. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Ooh, that looks like an evil flower. It won't when I'm done, though, I promise. And I'm going to skip all the way to the C5, which is what I'm going to use to blend these together. And I'm going to just go back and forth and blend those colors together. And I'm going to do that in each section of the record. Just don't do it too much. You don't want to wash out your dark colors, but you definitely want to get them a little blended. So back and forth and back and forth, maybe twice over it. And then you get a pretty smooth color, but you get that shine on the record, which is great. You like evil, Susie? Bean flower alert. Wait, I'm going to make it happy again. Here we go. Oh, look. It changes it. Wait, it kind of looks like a clown. Just kidding. Alright, so the center part of the flower, I'm going to go back to my lime green because, you know, I want it all to match. So I'm going to go back to my lime green. And I'm going to go all the way around. Now you're not going to be able to see this flower any other way. I'm so sorry. It does look a bit disturbing in the middle of this process, though. I'm not going to lie. It needs horns. Did you guys know? I'm going to share something with you. You probably don't know because you've never rode in my car before, but I actually have a steering wheel cover on my car that's purple with horns on it, and it's kind of like horns, or it could be cat ears, whichever way you want to look at it. Some people say, "Oh, I like your little cat ears," and some people say, "Oh, I like your little horns on your steering wheel." So yeah, there's that. It's not a panda. That's right, it's not. Okay, so that's a little bit more green, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to the YG21 to bring that up to more of a yellow, lighter yellow green for the rest of that flower. And I'm going to try really hard not to touch the black because I don't want to pull the black into our green. I probably should have done the green first, but it would have made it easier. But I don't make things easy on myself very often, so, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to go around, all the way around, and try to smooth out this color a little bit more. Make it a little brighter, so our little flower looks a little cheerier. And maybe I'll add a little pink in there to make that the same pink that we added to her hair. The RV42, we'll add a little bit over top of the black, and maybe it'll make it look a little brighter, a little happier. I probably should have made it pink, but it is what it is. Oh, I have silver though. I can always accent with silver, so, you know. We have eyes to color now, and I'm not sure what color. I think I'm going to go with some of the browns that we had. So I think I'll choose the 77 and the 23 and the 74. They're very, very small, so I'm not going to be putting a whole lot of it, but I want the the 77 to be way up here at the top, because we really want to show like some glowing, beautiful eyes. And 74, down a little bit with 74, a little bit more over here. There we go. And then we're going to add that 23 like we did for this skin. And then just like when I color the other people and I put, make their eyes blue and green, I use that G00, and I am going to use that even on the brown color. It'll make them look a little bit more hazel. So I'm going to just go around that bottom where I put that 23, just a little bit, so you'll get a bit of a glow in those eyes. And I think that works out great. I really like how that turned out. Now, because I have her all fancy, I'm going to use V12 to add just a little bit of color above her eyes. Just a little bit. It won't be really noticeable. It'll be really, really light. But I just want to put a little bit on there. It's super light, but just enough to look like she's very classy. Hi, Mom. So that worked out very nicely. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Okay, so I'm going to move my markers out of the way because now we're going to make this super cute card. Hopefully I have all the supplies I need. So we have the background that we made the other night, and we'll have to decide if we're going to use it this way or what we're going to do with that. Then we also have the two pieces that we had cut, like this. It took me a second to get that. They're the opposite pieces of what we used before. So we're going to do kind of that same type of card, putting those on there. And then, but I have to cut this down. And I did bring my trimmer, so I will be able to do that. But what I want to do first is figure out, I think I might want her to be standing like right here so that you see like all the lava lamps around her. So if I'm going to put her there, then I need to trim this. Let me see. It's, yeah, quite a bit further than 4. So I think I'll trim it all off of one side like that. And then we have a top and a bottom, and since she's going to be standing at the bottom, I probably want to do it here. But we have a second pattern, so I need it to be a little bit shorter, so we'll cut just a tad bit more off of this side. And I think we're just going to do an 1/8 of an inch. I want it to be like just a really small amount of border. So I'm just going to do an 1/8 of an inch right there. A couple of little scraps, teeny tiny ones I can't use for anything else. So this is the way, this way. And I think since she's at the bottom, I think the pink needs to be at the bottom. So I'm going to have to flip-flop those and put the green at the top. I did save these scrap pieces of paper so I could use them again. Dre would be so proud. Okay. I'm going to do the same process I did before, which is crazy, I know, but I'm going to glue this onto that and then I'll attach it to the card. It's just the easiest way for me to get that centered out there. Okay, so I'm adding my glue right now. Sounds like I'm adding a lot, but I'm really not. And then I'm going to hold this together. And I'm going to place this on there, exactly where I need it to be on the bottom, and it will flow correctly to the top. It will be fine. There we go. I need this top piece to be a little closer. Right, just like that. Oh, I made it too short. I have the top layer too long. So I'm going to put just a little break in between so that it fits nicely. There we go. Okay, I did bring my soda press because you know I can't live without it. So I did leave a small sliver right here, but it's the same on the top and the bottom, so it will look deliberate for sure. And then it will go on top of the black card base perfectly. So I'm going to glue that on there. I didn't bring any pop dots with me. Can you believe that? It never even crossed my mind. I can't believe that. And I probably should have filled my glue before I left, but I didn't do that either. My mind was just not focused, I guess. So I'm going to place this on top of my black card base. I like the black. The black really brings it together. Then I'm going to use my soda press to get that all nice and smooth. I did bring the extra white paper to put on the inside of my card. I always like to do that especially when I have a black card, because not everybody has a white gel pen to write on the inside of their card. So I always put a white card base. The only time I don't put a white card base is when the base is already white. That's the only time. And well, sometimes when it's off-white, I might not do it then either. There we go. So that gets that filled in, and then we're going to take our beautiful girl right here, and I want to put her here on the front of the card. And then I have a sentiment that I brought with me that says, "For the record, you are absolutely amazing." And that is what we are going to put at the top of the card. And then she'll fit right here. She'll have dots coming out on both sides. And then I might put this crazy flower right here, because I think that is so cute. Okay, so I'm going to put her on there. Once we get her on, we'll do the white gel pen. I just don't want to mess it up while I'm picking up the character off of the paper. You like it? You need colored ink pads for your blending, for your stencils, and your blending brushes. Oh, I love the oxides, but I'm sure there are some other ones on the market that people would be more than happy to tell you which ones. But I like the oxides, and they now make them in the little squares, so you can get them a little bit cheaper. I'm going to see if I brought like a pink or green scrap paper that, where did those go? Those Ziploc bags I brought with me. I had them sitting on top of that and you moved it. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the supplies. Did you put them in the suitcase? Can you look and see? Because they were on top of the suitcase. I'll do it myself. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna unpack. I'm gonna open up my suitcase. Hang on, 1 second. Yep, we did. We put them inside. I did bring some papers, so I'm going to see if I have,
I was thinking Ziploc baggies.
No.
When you said that.
No. Let's see if I have, I have a dark pink one. That one won't look right. Oh, I think I have pink and I have green. I have both. So maybe we'll double layer it. That's what we need. That's what we'll do. I want to double layer the sentiment so it stands out just a little bit more. And I think I'll put the green first. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to do this by eyeballing, you guys. I'm going to put this one on the top of this paper. Just like that. And then I'm going to cut it out. So just like fussy cutting. Keeping the shape. And I only brought my little scissors, so it'll take a little bit longer to cut than it would if I had my big scissors. And then this side. And then we'll put it on pink and do it one more time. So I have the pink one here. And then this will just, since I don't have any pop dots, this will just make that sentiment stand up just a little bit more. Hey, Phyllis. So I'm going to stick it to this one. Just like that. And then we're going to cut that out. Again, we did the last time. Just with my scissors. A little bit easier to do this kind of cutting with big scissors, but I don't have them with me. There we go. Perfect. So now I'm going to rub that with my soda press just to make sure everything is adhered nicely. And then look at how much better that looks on there. You can see it so much better. It stands out. It really stands out. And if you want someone to know they're amazing, you want to really shout it. So that's why I felt like it needed a little bit more. Just a little bit more oomph. So I'm going to put that right here. It will cover some of the lava lamps, but I still think it's pretty. Then I'm going to attach my little flower. I think when we put some of the white gel pen on the flower, he won't look so scary. Scary, scary. I'm going to put him right there. Or her, whichever way you want to look at that. Then I'm going to grab my white gel pen, which I absolutely remembered to bring. This card is adorable. You like it? Yay! I'm so glad. We're going to do our little white gel pen on her eyes so they stand out. I'm going to put a little bit on her earring, just so they have a little bit of highlight on them. And then I'm going to put just a tad bit here on the record, just for a little bit of design. Maybe a tad bit on her shoes. And then over here on the little eyes, I think we're going to just put some little lines inside the happy face so he doesn't look so scary. Oh, now he looks like a vampire. Ah! Just kidding. I think I'll make it into a heart. And that will make it look better. You just have to be careful. We'll make the smile a little bigger so it doesn't look like a vampire with fangs. There we go. That looks so much better. See, doesn't that look so much less scary? I did bring a few embellishments, not very many, but I do have some white and some clear. That was all I brought because I couldn't find my ponytail holders to bring my bling case, so I only brought these ones that I got free from Not Too Shabby. And then I'm going to put the little white ones because they have glitter in them. And I'm just going to stick a few of them on there. Probably one of each shape. Maybe no, I want them to be on the black and white. Well, it's stuck there now because I didn't bring my tweezers. Just like this. And it's just a little bit of extra something on there just to make it sparkly. Because who doesn't like sparkly? So here we go. This is our final project. How about that? Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. And I love those lava lamps. Those are amazing. I probably should have put some white gel pen in the lava lamp because that would have been really awesome. Like just the tops of the lava maybe, like this. And it'll just give it a teeny bit more show off. Just a little bit. So even traveling, we can always make our stuff look super cute with small amount of supplies and lots of fun. Let's see. I'll do this one over here too. And maybe a little bit on this one right here. There we go. And now we are all finished. Not white dotty sparkle on the up. Oh, you're right. I forgot to do the white dotty sparkle. Okay. So we're going to, let's go ahead and do it. I want to do it. Let's do it. I think I want to do it with my other white gel pen that I brought. So I also have this one, this other white. I have to shake it up because it just doesn't do very well unless you shake it up, but it is much more bright. And bigger. It does bigger dots. So this is this pen is called the Grabby Acrylic Marker. So, ooh, it had a little thingy there. So when you put it, it kind of gives it dimension a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do these little sparkles on her outfit. I don't know, I didn't read the instructions. But I'm going to put these sparkles first. I think we do some little X's and little designs on there. Maybe little stars. We're going to do them first, the stars first. All over the outfit. You're right, I forgot about making the outfit, and I really wanted to do this, so I'm glad that you reminded me. Thank you. So I'm going to do these little stars first. This will probably be a little different than Susie's unless you did that. I want to finish everyone happy 4th of July. Oh, you wanted to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. Use 2 sizes to give you variety. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll come in with the other one too here in a few minutes. That's perfect. And then I'm going to go through and do the dots on the outfit. Well, I could put silver. I brought my silver and gold pens too. Put us some dots in between. Ooh, flashy, flashy, flashy. It doesn't show up as much on the green as it does if you do like a really dark background. But it does make it shiny and glittery. You like it? She likes it. She likes it. She likes it. I always wanted to do this. I've never done it before. So that's why I wanted to do it tonight. I want it to be on all of it so we can't miss any spots. Oh, it's so flashy. It's so flashy. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's super flashy. I think the silver might help a lot, so I'm going to use the silver too, because why not? Not the gold. Hold on, not the gold, the silver. So this one will probably show up just a little bit differently. Oh yeah, I like that. So mixing the white and the silver really makes it sparkle. This one looks like she has rhinestones on her outfit. How cool is that? So she's got the white and the silver sparkle. And this is also a gel pen from Karen Markers. It's a Deco Gel Sparkle. It's the Star Sparkle Silver. And it is really nice for this. I like it a lot. It's so pretty. It just keeps getting better and better. Oh, I'm so glad you reminded me to do this because I really like it. And it really works. I like the white underneath and then the silver on top. Can you hear it tapping? Tap, 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 tap. Because I'm doing it on a glass mat. That's why you can hear all of the tapping. It is a fun technique. And you can do it as much as you want. You can stop whenever you want. It's up to you how much you do. I like it. I'm looking at it from the side to see if I missed any spots. I'm going back and filling in anywhere where I missed getting some of the silver in there. I think I got most of it. There we go. Perfect. How sparkly and cool is that? I wonder if you guys can see that on camera. Can you see that? Shiny. Oh, there we go. Look it. Can you see that? See it shine? That's that silver that makes it shine like that. That is one sparkly, amazing outfit. We did it! You can use whatever colors you want. You don't have to limit yourself to white. Yeah! You can see the sparkle. Yay! Okay. Well, there we go. Now we have done it all. Maybe I'll add gold to it too. I don't know. You guys, I can't stop myself. I don't know. Do I want to add gold? Let's add gold here and see what happens. We'll just add a few gold because, you know, she's solid gold. Oh, I kind of like the gold. It's a good thing. Because if I didn't, I would have just messed it up. Good night, Beth. Shine, shine, shine. We're almost done. This won't take very long. I'm not putting quite as much. I just want a little bit of this gold in there too, because I think it's fun. We have a possessed phone in our room. It keeps dialing all by itself. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I hope you guys like it too. You'll be able to see it a little better, I think, on when I take a picture of it and post it. But yeah, I love it. I hope you guys loved it. I hope you found it fun. I hope you'll try to do that yourself. She's the perfect image for practicing that technique. Yes, she is. And I'll upload this to YouTube. If you're actually watching on YouTube, then please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Tuesday and Thursdays are the lives at 8 p.m. Central. Thank you for joining me. Love you guys. And I will see you next time. Have a great 4th of July.